What's going on, guys? Welcome back. Some commentary for you today. Do me a favor, like button, subscribe button, criticism in the comment section. Twitter, shutdown safety is my username. I get people all the time that say, man, why can't you just go crazy on a video so it can go viral, flip out, you'll get a lot more subscribers? And I say, you know what, that's not just me. I try to keep things calm, professional, respectful, but today may be my limit. Today, I may be at my limit, okay? They released the wide receiver rankings this morning. Julio Jones, number 1, 98 overall. Antonio Brown, number 2, 97 overall. A.J. Green, 94, 3rd overall. Odell Beckham Jr., 4th, 93 overall. Dez Bryant, 5th, 91 overall. I don't have a problem with any of that. What I have a problem with is what you see on the screen right now, the honorable mentions. I want you to read it to yourself. Just read this real quick. The depth at wide receiver is just crazy. You have to go 62 players deep into the wide receiver list before you find one below 80 overall. Then it talks about how fun it's going to be against the Giants because they've got Brandon Marshall 85 overall and Odell Beckham, which we now know 93 overall on the same team. Here's my problem. Here's where I just want to pull my friggin' hair out. These rankings, you have to have, we talked about this every video, we have to have a ceiling and a floor, okay? So if you're going to tell me that Julio Jones, number 1 receiver in the league, I'm not going to argue with you over it, okay? Julio Jones, number 1 receiver in the league, 98 overall. Dez Bryant, 5th, 91 overall. There's a 7-point swing to go from 1 to 5. Now, if you're going to tell me there are 62 players, 80 or above, I don't know if this means including these 5 or not including these 5. I'm going to give you the benefit of the doubt, and I'm going to say it's not. So you mean to tell me there's 57 additional wide receivers in this game that make up 91 overall to 80 overall? Let me run that back by you to think about. From 1st to 5th, there's a 7-point swing. From 5th to 57, there's an 11-point swing. And you're going to tell me that it's fun to play the Giants because they have 2, quote, highly rated receivers. This is why the game struggles, okay? This is why all the teams feel the same. This is why when you load it up, there's no reason to go play as the Giants because you have Odell Beckham and Brandon Marshall, okay? Because everything is condensed so much. This literally gives, of all the teams in the NFL, 1.5 80 overall receivers per team. It's just not realistic. It's too small of a window. Why does 80 overall have to be the stopping point? Let me put it, I hate analogies, but let me give you this analogy. Let's say we've got a water bottle, okay? The water bottle holds 100 milliliters. When you look at it and it's got 100 milliliters in it, we can all agree that it's full, okay? When it gets down to 80, who is going to look at it and say, that's not good enough? I need to go get another one. I need to refill this. No one does that at 80. People do that at 20, 30, 40. Some people do it at 50. Some people look at 50 and say half empty. Others look at it and say half full. That's a really common analogy. And in this case, you're seeing a big part of the problem. No one is refilling at 80%. No one is looking at a roster and saying, I've got 2 receivers at 80. They're not good enough. 80 should still be a serviceable, solid wide receiver. But good Lord, you can't have 62 of them out there. This, to me, negates all the positives that we've seen thus far. The strategies, the improvements, the ratings still are not right. I don't know if you're trying to cater to athletes. I don't know if you're trying to cuddle athletes. I don't know if you don't want to make people feel bad. Which is strange because they always bring up the lowest rated player like it's a joke. To have this many receivers bundled from 1 to 62 is an absolute tragedy in simulation. I'll say it. And hopefully there's time to fix this. Hopefully somebody can go back and say, hey, wait a second. We need to have more disparity between our players because unless we do, all these games are going to risk feeling the same. All these receivers are going to have no true separation between them other than spectacular catch animations that we give them. And the game should not be played that way. That's about as much of a rant as you're going to get from me at my age. I feel like it was a pretty good one. I hope you do too. As you guys know, man, I'll be back very shortly. I've actually got Access Football breakdowns. For those of you that think I'm biased, I'm going to break down about 4 plays in an alpha build of a football game. Never done that before. but I will do it tonight. You guys will hopefully watch it. I appreciate you checking out this video. I'll be back very soon with more commentary.